Welcome everybody to a very special edition of me reviewing a hostel here in California, and that hostel is by the name of the Walk of Fame Hollywood Hostel. I stayed there for one night on a Saturday night. It was very busy. It was very live. It was very loud, but it felt nothing short of what I expected. I expected it to be loud, live, and no negative reviews for myself. Everything was perfectly fine. A lot of travelers from around the world. I think I was the only person from the state of California who was actually staying at this hostel at this very night. If you are traveling from California, at least have your California driver's license and or ID. It is a hassle with a lot of these hostels here in California. I drove down from the Bay Area, Santa Rosa to be exact, 45 minutes north of San Francisco. So a lot of these hostels require a passport, which I do not have because I do not travel outside of California or outside of the United States. So for me, it was kind of a hassle. So make sure you have at least your minimum of a California driver's license, and make sure you check in prior to checking into your room. Make sure you call them first and make sure you guys got that taken care of, because I had to call like 3 or 4 times in order for that to go through. But through and through, I had a very good experience at the hostel. This was the very first time that I stayed at a hostel. It gave me like a college atmosphere, which I did not go to college. I did not attend college. It was not something that I wanted in my path, but that was cool. Everybody, I stayed at a mixed hostel. There was a mom and a son, a solo traveler, and maybe a couple that had a bunk bed. So I had a good time. Bring your own towel. The showers were pretty clean. The whole hostel was very clean. It was live. It was loud. A lot going on. But if you're not into loud noises, a live atmosphere, then you're not gonna like it. I liked it. You know what I mean? They had a bar night that night. Depending on what day you go in the week, a lot of these hostels have certain activities set for the day. You sign up on a board and you could go, let's say for example, this particular hostel, they were doing the Hollywood sign tour. They were Hollywood hike tour. They had a bar night, club hopping night. They had a whole bunch of different activities throughout the week. So if you're into just staying into one place, one hostel for the week, for a few days, what have you, then they have plenty of activities for you to interact with the rest of the people. Segue into that, I noticed that there's a lot of cliques and crews within the hostels. So if you're a solo person and you want to stay solo, then that's fine. But just make sure you know that there's a lot of cliques that go on in these little hostels. So you may be left out out of a lot of things if you don't speak up, if you don't be more verbal and a little more upfront, I guess, whatever you want to call it. So I did notice that right off the bat. There's a lot of cliques and crews, but I kept to myself. I try to interact as much as I can, introduce myself, and try to make things less awkward with the people that were staying in my room, particularly. The rooms were pretty clean. You got to bring your own towel when it comes to showering. They do charge extra if you do want to have one of their towels or use one of their towels. As far as the beds, they were pretty sturdy. They're small, like twin size, I guess. They did come with the sheets though. Unless you're very particular and very picky about sheets, they had their own sheets there. They had their own pillows, so that was a bonus. So that was pretty cool. I didn't sleep. I slept in my sweater, actually. It's a sweater, right? I slept in this. So that was that. I slept in my hoodie, and that kept me comfortable. And I didn't really have any problems with the noise at all. I slept through it like nothing. So as far as parking at this very particular hostel, behind the hostel, there is parking at about $25 only to get you to midnight. So that is not something that they put into the app or they tell you. Mind you, I drove there, and a lot of these people did fly into LA, and they're not driving like I did. So if you are driving like myself, hopefully this helps you. $25 a day up until midnight. Now, there is a mall across the street from the Hollywood hostel, and that is about $15 for the whole 24 hours. So if I were you, I would park across the street at the mall's parking spots for 15 bucks a day, which was very much worth it, and it worked out perfectly for myself, someone who was coming from California down to California, from north to south. There's plenty to do on the Hollywood Boulevard, Hollywood Walk of Fame. You got the TMZ Live Tour right to the left of it. You got a big gift shop right to the right of it. You have the Jimmy Kimmel Live Show a couple doors down. You have a 24-hour burger joint not too far from the Jimmy Kimmel Show. There's Hooters. There's plenty to do on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, especially here at this hostel. So if you're looking for things to do just in this hostel alone, then you got plenty to do for the whole week. So I give it a 5 out of 5. So I explained the parking. I explained the place actually through and through. Everybody was friendly. Everybody was very accommodating and very nice. So with that being said, West Coast to the fullest. Nipples look like AK bullets. I hope this little video helps you guys out if you're traveling within California, maybe even outside of California. Maybe that helps answer a few questions that you may not have answered to you. This was my first time at a hostel, and I had a good experience at it. Any questions, comment below, and I'll answer any and all questions. With that being said, I'm out.